Hello. Today, I want to give a presentation of my paper. The title is Assessing the Impact of Macroeconomic Indicator on Economic Growth in Selected G20 Countries in 2005 to 2020. And my name is Satrum Saksona Aji, majoring on Development Economic, Faculty of Economic and Business, Universitas Semarang. Next one is my lecturer, Dr. Agustinus Suryantoro, Magister Science. And the next one is Professor Dr. Iza Mafruhah, SAMSE. And this is the abstract of my paper. The economic growth is a key driver of national progress, especially in G20 countries. There is some macroeconomics determinant like inflation, trade openness, and human capital like HDI. The method they use is dynamic OLS and fully modified OLS. The economic growth is a key element in country development. Stable and sustainable economic growth not only reflects increased production of goods and services, but also play a crucial role in improving social welfare. And the next one, the rate of economic growth varies from country to country. Some countries experience rapid growth, and the others face economic stagnation. There is some selected of G20 countries, consists of Germany, United Kingdom, France, Canada, Italy, Australia, and South Korea. The center one is GDP of 2022 in trillion US dollars nominal GDP. The right one is GDP per capita 2022 US dollar nominal GDP. The first one is the graph of inflation. We have a rapid inflation in all countries in 2022. And the trade openness is fluctuative, and the Human Development Index is usually rising in year to year. And the methodology is the first one is research design, literature review, econometrics model, and data and sources. This is my research design, and this one is my literature review. The responses from some book and some of journal article. This is my econometric model from economic growth, inflation, and trade openness, all from World Bank Glossary. And the next one is Human Development Index. Human Development Index consists of health, education, and income. The next one is panel data regression model, and the next one is dynamic OLS general form. And the next one is fully modified OLS general form. And the next one is my dynamic OLS regression model. And the next one is my fully modified OLS regression model. My data and sources come from quantitative secondary data panel. They are collected from World Bank and United Nations Development Program or UNDP. The result and discussion. The first one is descriptive, and the next one is unit root and integration test, and the next one is statistical test. There is a descriptive statistic. We have 126 data for each variables, and this one is unit root test. We use the first difference to make the data is stationary. This is a co-integration test, which is of Pedroni and Cow test. And the next one is the test. In the test, in dynamic OLS model, only Human Development Index is significant in 10%. And the R-squared test is in model fully modified OLS, consists of 24%, and dynamic OLS consists of 72% in adjusted R-squared. And the next one is Granger causality test. And the conclusion, based on estimation, result the fully modified and dynamic OLS method for 7 selected during the period of 2005 and 2022, there are several key conclusions. The first one, FIMOS, result that inflation has a positive and significant effect on economic growth at 1% significant level. And the second one, the trade openness have positive and significant impact under the FIMOS model. And the dynamic OLS trade openness does not show a significant effect. And the third one, the Human Development Index has strongly positive effect on both model, under FIMOS and dynamic OLS. And there are some policy recommendations. Overall, the FIMOS model provides stronger evidence of consistent positive relationship between inflation, trade openness, human development, and economic growth. These findings carry several important policy implications. First, maintain price stability through effective monetary policy remains crucial. And the second one, enhanced trade openness and regional integration can further accelerate economic expansion. And the third one, investing in human capital is essential for sustaining long-term growth. And policymakers should design human development programs that align with labor market needs and digital transformation to enhance productivity and innovation capacity. Lastly, the studies suggest that macroeconomic stability, trade liberalization, and social development policies should be pursued simultaneously. Coordinating between fiscal, monetary, and human development policy will create a balanced and inclusive growth framework. Further research can extend this analysis by incorporating institutional quality, digital competitiveness, and environmental sustainability to provide a more comprehensive understanding of growth dynamic among G20 economies. Thank you. That's my presentation.